guess it's eclipse season and I'm feeling anxious, I guess. Like, I need to be doing something, so I guess I'm gonna make a video and see what happens in it. If I say anything. No, I'm just kidding. Oh. Mm. I almost feel like it's, for me, I don't know, I feel like. On some level, like, I feel like, maybe not just me, but like a moment of silence, like a period of silence for a lot of us. But I can't speak for anybody else, so I need to not say that. That would just be where what I'm feeling, and that there's probably just, there's no words that could ever convey what a human being is, right? I mean, the only thing we can even try to convey is, I guess, a version of something that, because we've learned how to speak a language, how to communicate, that we can try our best to communicate something, but that's not what a human is. So should it ever really matter how much or what someone says behind a camera or anywhere, really? It shouldn't matter as much as just being witnessing witnessing each other on another level, I guess. On the level of, see, there's always a lack of words, but there was always meant to be. Because if there wasn't a lack of words, and if there wasn't, there will always be a lack of words, and there will always be a lack of ways to communicate through words or whatever, because it was always meant to be felt in a way that we couldn't break down and put into this category, because then we'll be fighting for the rest of humanity's existence, because that's why words will never be able to suffice. That's why we'll never be able to say everything we could possibly want to say as a person, ever, anybody. Not everything we would want to say, because it defeats the whole purpose which is life is about so much more than what perhaps you could say what we've created, what we've discovered, what we've used to help us communicate, to help us feed ourselves, protect ourselves, shelter ourselves. But that doesn't make us human. And even just us trying to describe where we're at moment to moment doesn't make us human. You could be the best speaker in the world. You could be the worst speaker in the world. You could be this, you could be that, but it couldn't matter. It could not matter. What truly matters will always be, I guess, maybe even a little bit perceivable in the silence of a moment. Nothing we ever experience is as real as when we actually experience each other. On the level of where there aren't words, right? There are never. That's the human experience. Doesn't matter if you're on this side, you're on that side, you're saying this, you're saying this. Because words are communication, all of that. That never made us who we are as people, as humans. What made us who we are was always in the subtle moments, in the smiles, in the silence, in the exchange, not in the anger, not in the reactions, not in the, oh, I wish you could just understand how I feel. But we always somehow fall short of ever being able to fully, in any entirety, be able to explain something in a way that no one could, because that's not what, it just takes us farther away from who we really are. All of this stuff. And it's almost a bigger sign that what are we doing as humanity that we're so caught up on this communication factor, which, if you think about us as human beings, okay, yes, communicating, I guess we could say that that's important. But is it? Is it as important as we place it to where we're obsessed with it? It's a commodity. We're obsessed with getting, if people could just understand and if we could express, and yes, expressing is beautiful. And all these things are beautiful. I'm not saying they're not beautiful and gorgeous, but what makes us really human is so much deeper than that. And so much on a different level, that deeper than any reaction we could feel, deeper than, because we've been in a world where we've been constantly been communicated to, constantly we've all been raised and become so used to a world where so much of our lives is based on communication, based on how people are trying to communicate, how I got distracted like 2 seconds ago. I don't know if you noticed, and I completely lost track if you didn't notice why I'm blinking. But maybe that just means I need to end this video right now. Maybe I'll post it, maybe I won't, but I think I'm just gonna leave out what I said because I honestly can't get back on track to it, and I don't want to even try to mess up further what I even tried so hard to communicate, right? So I'll just leave it at that. Well, human being, if you're watching this, I hope that you know that on the deep level, on the true level of you're a human being and I'm a human being, that that's something special and to be celebrated more than anything that we could ever try to talk about or argue about or anything. The fact that we are both human and living right now, I think, is the most subtle and most beautiful part of any of us being alive. More beautiful than having an experience of being here right now and feeling a certain way about a certain subject, or the most that's not what's important. I think what's important is that subtlety and that silence or that smile or that we are just being. Okay, well, I'm gonna end it because I know I'll just end up sitting here either silent or saying something. But I hope whomever sees this is having a good day, and I hope that, I don't know. I guess nothing really. I hope you feel whatever the fuck I'm putting out there that I feel is somewhat from my heart, is from my heart. I guess I'm humanity. What's important? What are we doing, guys? Let's just be. Tune into the subtlety. Tune into our hearts, I guess. Whatever that truth is that words will never be able to describe, because it's what actually really matters. Because isn't that the beauty of those kind of things? Okay. Bye, everybody.